Marcos resign! Marcos resign! Marcos resign! Marcos resign! Marcos resign! Marcos resign!
Bongbong bangag yan. May drug addict tayo na presidente. Putang ina yan. I can rot in prison for my country. I am not a Filipino for nothing.
Not an easy task, believe me. It's very challenging and it is very dangerous as well. Fighting all these very powerful and moneyed people in our country today. And I was expecting, I anticipated that corruption is widespread. But now that I've been going around the country, I've never expected that it is just so deeply entrenched. The magnitude is unbelievable. The magnitude is incredible. Corruption, especially in the infrastructure project or infrastructure sector, has already become a cottage industry, a livelihood program. Sa dami ng pinuntahan namin mga projects, wala ni isa kaming nakitang maayos. And these are in hundreds of millions of pesos. Ibig sabihin yan, it has become so systemic, highly organized, highly syndicated. Nakakalungkot isipin na itong mga taong ito, sinisira nila ang kinabukasan ng ating bansa. And please, let us not allow this passion to address corruption short-lived. It should be a long-term engagement. Huwag po natin pabayaan na nakawin nilang kinabukasan ng ating mga kabataan. Huwag natin pabayaan na nakawin nila kinabukasan ng ating bayan. And sometimes in my private moments, I weep because I've never seen this kind of corruption. Nakita ko yung mga extortion, mga pangikikil. Pero believe me, this is something very, very different. I can only bow my head and express my frustration. It's a sacrifice. Sometimes I think the safety of my family. Napakahirap labanan ang korupsyon dahil lagi na lang may mga taong wala nang ginawa kundi mamulitika at sirain pa yung ating reputasyon. Ganyan na kagago ang sistema natin dito. Nakikipaglaban na tayo araw-araw, sacrificing our safety, sacrificing our life. Pero may mga tao pa dyan na walang konsensya, na walang ginawa kundi puro na lang politiko pag-iisip. Kasi dumi ang kanilang mga konsensya. They're no different from these very powerful people who continue to destroy our nation. Let me go back. Please know that we deeply appreciate the support each one of you have given to our advocacies. Even as you understand that sometimes some of us need to be away to fulfill our task beyond what we do in our city. Everything we do, everything we push for is with one dream in mind, so that future generations will no longer have to endure the struggles and difficulties that we are experiencing today. Always remember that public service is both an honor and responsibility. What you do every day strengthen the foundations of good governance, uplift the dignity of our people, and inspire others to believe that change is possible. I keep on saying this as well. It doesn't take one to have a title, to have money, to have fame, to change the world. May you never lose your heart in this mission. It is for the generations that will come after us. And so to our awardees, I congratulate each and every one of you. You are the embodiment of what it truly means to serve with excellence, extraordinary dedication, and sacrifice. Mabuhay kayong lahat. Mabuhay po ang ating syudad. Mabuhay po sana ang ating bayang Pilipinas.
Pumunta po kayo dito sa Gate 4. Mahalaga pong marinig ang inyong boses. Mahalagang makita kayo. Bakit? Ang pagbibitiw ng isang speaker, hindi ho yun accountability. Yun po ay isang panandaliang solusyon. Dahil ang kailangan natin malaman, sino ang proponent ng insertion. Gaanong kalaki ang insertion, saang distrito linagay, at kung yun ay may proyekto o ghost projects. Lahat po tayo nagbabayad ng ating tax. At yung tax natin ay from the source. Diba? 30% po yun. Gigising tayo, may bagyo, ang ating mga properties, ang ating bahay nasisira. Sino ang nagsosolusyon nun? Hindi ang gobyerno. Tayo ho. Kaya ano ho yung ating itinulong na buwis? Para lamang nating malaman na ninakaw pala. So hindi ho pagpapalit ng speaker ay solusyon. Maging accountable si Martin Romualdez. Hindi ho ang pagka-cancel ng travel authority ang solusyon. Alam niyo ho kung bakit, kahit wala ho si Congressman ko dito, may paper trail ho. Ang budget ho ay 7 volumes. May paper trail ho yan, magmula sa NEP, papuntang government GAP, papunta sa GAA. Ngayon, alam po nito ng mga retired officers natin, no? May tinatawag na command responsibility. Tama po? Kung sa bahay, may commander. Pag sinabi ni commander, hindi pwedeng bilhin yan. Para sa tuition, susunod tayo. Ang mga anak, hindi pwede ng cellphone. Dapat sa gagamitin sa paaralan. Sumusunod tayo. Bakit o ang commander-in-chief natin hindi sumusunod? Ha? Yung binalik na ang PhilHealth Fund, ang tanong ko, ay ba't mo kinuha? Diba kinuha niya? Hindi natin alam kung saan ginamit. Ngayon, may ugong-ugong, ang Supreme Court daw ay magkakaroon na ng desisyon. Binalik. Dahil daw may savings. Saan ho naging savings? Hindi ho ba dapat ang ang pagbabalik sa treasury. At hindi mo pwedeng galawin ang trust fund. Kasi ang trust fund ay pondo ng miyembro. Natin yung lahat, pondo natin yan. Pag nagkasakit tayo, kahit napakaliit na pondo, meron tayong madudukot. Dahil ginamit, diba? Ginamit. At sabi ni Secretary Recto, kailangan daw, bakit di may savings? At naibalik. So, ang aking panawagan po, apart from command responsibility, ay tigilan ho ang liquidation by certification. Dapat malaman natin ano ang pondo na nasa congressman at saan nila ginamit. Una po yan. Pangalawa, make public na salin. Bakit po? Kasi makikita natin sa 3 taon ng 19 Congress, tumaas ang kita ng mga legislators. Saan ang galing? Okay? Ang pangatlo po, magsabi naman kayo kung may conflict of interest kayo. Bakit ho? Di ba sabi 67 legislators are contractors? Kung contractors kayo, hindi wala na ho nagle-legislate. Lahat proyekto. Ngayon, ang sinasabi, dapat daw i-extend ang inquiry sa 2016. Isama si Duterte. Sige ho, buksan natin. Magbukas ho tayo ng libro nang makita natin kung sino ang kasuka-suka na paggamit ng pondo ng bayan.